Now joining us is Chef Jeremy Reinicke. He's with the kitchen table with, it's a mouthful, with the HealthEast Ways to Wellness on the Woodwinds Health Campus. So
you did it.
Right next to the hospital there. And you're here to talk about how we can stay healthy with the foods that we eat. So what are we going to be doing here?
Absolutely. So first we want to just really kind of focus on the different colors that we have out here in front of us. That's really important when we're looking at increasing the nutrients and the nutrient density in our diet. So as you can see here, we've got in front of us a lot of different colors. That's really, like I said, what we want to start incorporating.
And now's a great time too with all the farmers markets.
It's an amazing time in Minnesota right now.
All the fresh fruits and vegetables, yeah.
Definitely. Hit up those farmers markets, see what's local, what's fresh. Get your hands on those guys and kind of play with them in your kitchen.
I was going to say, and I should, by disclosure, I have taken a couple of your cooking classes and well-being cooking classes, and they were great, and I learned a lot. And one of them was on how you can keep yourself healthy by eating foods that are anti-inflammatory, that can reduce inflammation in your body.
Absolutely, and that's really important. That's one thing that we can all benefit from, actually, is keeping that chronic inflammation in check and eating the foods that will help us do that. So again, we're looking at those bright colored things to keep our gut health in line. We've got some ginger here we're going to work with today, super for the gut health. We've got some bright blueberries, the bright green, and our cucumbers here. These things go really, really well together and help control that inflammation.
So what do we got?
We're actually going to put together a really simple, easy smoothie today, and I'm really excited about it, and I think we'll probably just dig right in, yeah?
Yep,
okay,
sounds
excellent.
Good.
So I've saved a couple pieces here to kind of demo as well, and we'll run through the ingredients real quickly as well. We've got beet juice here, I've got some cucumber water, our seedless cucumber, some coconut water, sorry about that, seedless cucumbers, some blueberries, we've got some chia seeds for some added protein and healthy fats, we've got some turmeric here, some ginger, an avocado, and an apple. Wow, okay, that was a lot of stuff. We saved a couple little things for us to prep, and I wanted to show you how to do a couple of those things, primarily because some people struggle with an avocado. So I want to show you real quickly. We're going to take this top off, just like that. We're going to then take our knife and kind of ride around the pit, because inside an avocado we've got this pit right here. And then
you make it look so easy.
It can be, right? A couple little tips. So rather than getting in here with a spoon and scooping that avocado pit out, just lay that guy down, tap your knife in there, and twist, and that guy will come right out.
Again, you make that look really easy, yeah.
A little bit of practice. So now how do we get it out of the skin here? We're just going to take it in quarters, just like this. And then I'm going to peel this guy just like that. Super easy.
Wow.
That's going to go right into my blender. And
now see, and I would be using like a little tiny paring knife or something, but taking his class, I've learned that you want to use this chef knife like that.
Absolutely. We want to use essentially as few tools as possible, really. There's a ton of gadgets out there, and if you're a gadget collector, great. Go ahead and grab each one. But this guy right here, the chef knife, can do a lot of those same tasks for you. The next piece here is our apple. I wanted to show you really easily how to kind of remove the core from this apple. You don't have to go around and peel it. You'll also notice that we're keeping the peel on a lot of these things here. A lot of the nutrients live in the peel of the apple, in the skin of this cucumber here. So leave those guys on in this
I have a question about cleaning them. Is water just okay?
Absolutely. Water's going to be really good. There's a lot of different commercial vegetable cleaners out there, and I'm not going to say that they're necessarily a bad thing, but now we're introducing more chemicals and things into our foods. Water's a great option as well.
Okay.
Super. So we're going to take our apple here, we're going to cut it in half. I'm going to use that flat side, and then we're going to just quarter it like this. And then again, they sell apple quarters, and you can use it if you want, but all I'm going to do now is at an angle, nip out that core on each quarter, just like that.
Because you want to save as much of the
absolutely.
apple as possible.
Keep as much of that apple as possible. Again, we're leaving the skin on here. We're going to use a blender, a high-powered Vitamix blender today, and it's going to break down everything for us without any issues at all. So we're going to take this guy, and we're going to go right into our blender just like this.
And I love smoothies, but I always feel like they're so high in carbs and calories, so I try to avoid them for the most part.
Sure, absolutely. And really it comes down, and they can be, and it comes down to nutrient density, and we talk a lot about that in the classes that we teach as well, right? Mm-hmm. So the energy that food gives us, the kcals or calories, versus the nutrients or the good stuff that they bring to the party as well. So you can actually eat a relatively high calorie diet or high calorie food as long as it brings a lot of nutrients and a lot of good stuff with it.
Okay.
So that's what we really focus on. And then of course moderation is always key, right?
Yes.
We don't want to go crazy on anything.
Well, yeah, some drinks are like huge.
Absolutely, right? So an 8-ounce, 12-ounce kind of smoothie thing is going to be
Which
great.
is the small.
It is the small, absolutely. Living in the world of supersized
Yeah.
things, right? So in our blender now, we're going to add our beet juice. Be careful with this beet juice, of course. If it gets on anything, it's going to stain. Yep, so be really careful with that. We're going to add our coconut water here as well.
And why coconut water instead of just regular water?
Because it's good. Because it's good.
Of course, right?
You could absolutely swap that out for just regular water. You could use a coconut milk. You could use an almond milk. There's no really strict rules here.
Okay.
So play with this. Have fun with this. And I brought this along too just to kind of show you. So this is a coconut. And I also brought this guy just for fun. I'm not going to do it today. Don't worry. But this cleaver, we could harvest the coconut water out of this guy, and you can buy these commercially as well if you wanted to kind of play with this. But I bought ours.
Yeah, I think that'll be my route too.
I think it will for most people. Yep. So we've got our liquid in here. We've got our avocado, our apple. We're going to go with our cucumber.
No, those smell great.
They smell awesome, don't they? Really. They bring a little bit of sweetness as well. We're going to go with our blueberries, our ginger. And all I did was peel this guy and just kind of slice it up. Because don't ever, if you read a recipe and it says mince, finely mince it and then put it in the food processor, put it in the blender, why would you do that, right? Let the blender do the work, okay? So just peel it. We're gonna go right in there with that guy. Then we're gonna go with our chia seeds. And if you don't have a high-powered blender, you might wanna put those chia seeds in a spice mill or a coffee grinder first.
Otherwise really it might jam them.
It could, well, they just won't break down as well. And then our last ingredient here is our turmeric, and we know it contains curcumin, which is a phenomenal, huge player in the world of anti-inflammation and gut health. So I try to sneak this into a lot of different things. It brings a little kind of earthiness to the party, but nothing that's really overpowering. Okay, so we've got.
Can we make this recipe available to our viewers?
Absolutely,
as well?
Yep. We'll get that up. We'll get that up for you. And then, so we've got all of our ingredients in here. We're going to go ahead and pop the top on. And I always like to start slow. If you have a variable speed blender, start on low and then bring it up. And you want to spin it as kind of as little as possible, because that blender does generate heat in the form of friction, and we want to keep that to a minimum. So look at that guy.
Wow, that looks great.
Oh my gosh, can you smell that?
Oh yeah, it smells great too.
So bright, beautiful color. Again, that beet juice is in there. Be careful, don't spill it, or it will make a huge mess. I've got my little glasses garnished right here, all ready for us with a little slice of our cucumber.
Like cucumber and water.
Yes, like infused.
It's so refreshing.
It is beautiful, yep. So we're gonna go right in our glass with this guy, and I'm splattering just a little bit. But we've got that bright green, the bright red in our glass. Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
What do you think? Should we try it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, the one class I took, you had a mango smoothie that was delicious with bananas and.
Yep, that was my anti-inflammatory smoothie.
Well, to your health.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's really good.
Isn't that nice?
Really good.
Oh, there's a little bit of texture in there, and again, you could spin it a little bit longer.
I like it.
To adjust that as well. But
you know, and what I like about I don't typically like beets. Beets, you know, like as a
whole beets.
Whole beets, but that tastes really, really
it's
good.
Really nice. Beets do have a natural sugar in them, a natural sweetener or sweetness. So that kind of lends itself really well. Some people think beet might be a little bit unusual to add to a otherwise fruit smoothie, but I think it works out. I think it works out really well in this one.
And so it's so important that what we are what we eat. And
Absolutely.
That's so important to get like the fresh fruits and vegetables in part of a regular diet.
Most definitely. And that's one of the things that we really work hard on imparting to our customers at HealthEast and at Ways to Wellness is that we need to eat a variety of foods. A lot of these kind of flash in the pan diets are very restrictive and therefore not very sustainable. So we really take a moderation approach and a broad variety to foods approach.
Yeah, and at the top of the newscast of our program, we were talking about how, you know, eating healthy can also help you prevent getting cancer.
Absolutely.
And you do have some classes coming up this summer?
We do, yes. We just put out our Q3 or quarter 3 publication, and that's going to be right here. It's available online at HealthEast. HealthEast.org/ways to wellness. I think we'll have that up shortly here.
And some of the classes, basically, what are they?
Yeah,
what are you offering?
The one that we are really proud of is our Cook Well series, and it's a 4-part series. We meet once a week. And that's the one that you took.
One of them I had taken, yes.
That's the one that you took. And so we focus on our food philosophy in the first session. We focus on knife skills as part of that series. We focus on proper cooking techniques. And we also focus on then the anti-inflammatory piece, something that we can all benefit from.
So if they want to take one of these classes, I would recommend them. And
yeah,
they were fun. My husband actually took one with me, so it was great.
Awesome.
Final advice for our viewers about eating healthy and how that can help you stay healthy.
Absolutely. So again, anti-inflammation, eat the rainbow. We've heard that before, right? Walk through the supermarket, find something new, something unique, something bright and colorful. Take it home and try it out. Just explore kind of all of the things that are out there.
Well, Chef Jeremy, it's been a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
This is great.
Absolutely.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us. Hope you'll join us next time on Inside Healthcare. We'll see you then, everyone.